Imagine that marijuana just became legalized in Texas. Do you think this could be dangerous? I believe it could potentially do more harm than good. Teenagers and young adults are at greater risk for substance abuse and its harmful side effects. According to verywellhealth.com, frequent marijuana use may impair your cognitive thinking skills, which will affect your performance in school. Marijuana's general side effects are disorientation, hallucinations, increased heart rate, and increased blood pressure. Other side effects might include memory issues, diminished interpersonal skills, and motor skills. If you're like me, you're probably thinking, who would even smoke marijuana with all the harmful side effects attached to it? Well, maybe it's because adolescents and young adults are not capable of making the decision whether to use marijuana or not. The human brain finishes maturing between mid to late 20s, and most marijuana usage begins much earlier. You may ask, what is marijuana and how does it work? Marijuana is a drug made from the dried leaves from the flowers of a hemp plant, and its main mind-altering chemical is THC or Delta-9. Whether you call it marijuana, cannabis, pot, weed, dope, or Mary Jane, it's still the same drug with the same harmful side effects. When marijuana is smoked, the THC in the plant passes from the lungs into the bloodstream and quickly onto the brain. Although marijuana usage is considered addictive in only 10% of its users, it is CDC listed as the third most substance after tobacco and alcohol. Like tobacco and alcohol, it does have withdrawal symptoms which can have negative effects to mental health, including irreversible decline in cognition and the respiratory system. Marijuana use can lead to the development of a problem called marijuana use disorder. People who begin using marijuana before the age 18 are 4 to 7 more likely to develop marijuana use disorder than adults. With marijuana use disorder, users will feel withdrawal symptoms when not using the drug, such as irritability, mood and sleep difficulties, decreased appetite, and cravings. People use marijuana for its relaxing and pleasant feelings it induces, and they need to be aware that they may experience negative effects such as anxiety, fear, distress, and panic. These effects may last for days or weeks after usage. I find it a problem if Texas legalizes marijuana because of how close the Mexican border is to Texas. I understand you can find explicit drugs everywhere, but there are already loads of illegal marijuana being smuggled into Texas from Mexico. They might not even need to go that far because people are illegally growing marijuana here. Some of it is for their own use, but most of it gets sold to dealers. If marijuana is legalized in Texas, people will have readily access to it because there are already smoke shops on every corner. Smoke shops carry many items, such as glass pipes to smoke marijuana out of, vaporizers, e-juice for vaporizers, storage containers, ashtrays, and lighters. In Texas, they can also carry CBD products with THC, the mind-altering substance in marijuana, only. People wishing to purchase these products must first qualify and be issued a prescription from a doctor listed with the Compassionate Use Registry of Texas, which is short for CURT. There are also websites like Mary Jane CBD Dispensary where Texans can purchase marijuana. I feel that if marijuana becomes legalized in Texas, it would result in an increase in the number of drug users, it would destroy families, increase crime, and decrease mental health. According to ncbi.gov, research linking marijuana use to psychosis, schizophrenia, and other psychiatric disorders, as well as acts of violence, is uniformly ignored by the proponents of marijuana use. I think the only people who should use marijuana are those that have a serious medical condition. If marijuana eases their pain, relieves some of their symptoms, and brings back their appetite, it's benefiting them in a positive way.